else they got.
A question about the offense and Cheryl after the game talking about how the ball didn't move quite as much as she wanted, especially later in the second half. So as you looked at film and went through walkthrough and stuff, what does that mean? How do you break that down? How do you fix that? What was missing in that last piece that she was talking about?
Yeah, I feel like we weren't moving it side to side enough. I think we kind of just got stuck. Like when we were in ball screens, we were like only playing that action and we weren't moving it to the other side. And Seattle's like a big flooding team who sits in the paint. And so we weren't getting it to like the opposite side, the opposite corner. And so we worked on that a lot today in shoot-around. And that's going to be our emphasis, just making sure that we're spitting it out to the backside because there's a lot of open people on the backside.
Can you talk about Kayla McBride a little bit? Whenever she has a big game shooting-wise or even defensively, when she comes out really intense, she feels like the type of player that the rest of you then kind of lift your game, you know, just when she hits the big shots or defensively when she's locking down. What is it like playing with her, and do you find that to be true?
Yeah, it's fun playing with Mac. It's always fun, obviously, when she's making shots. And as like a fellow shooter, it's always good to see it go through. And you know, we all want to be able to do that, and defensively too, like to have the assignment against Jewel is super, super hard. So she's been doing really good. Her intensity has been great on her and being physical, and I definitely think that we see that and we try to do the same because, you know, you don't want one person doing that and then them easily being able to pass it to everywhere else, you know, so we're trying to bring that as well.
What did you think overall about the defensive effort? You know, Cheryl said it was a 90 defensive rating. She felt happy with it. About like where you are in like this point in the season with 10 games left and feeling like where that defensive effort really kind of stands.
Yeah, I think it was a lot better, obviously, coming off of that Indiana game. Yeah, I thought we played well, especially against a team who can really shoot the ball, and that obviously has one of the best guards in our league. And then one of the best shooters in our league too is with Sammy. So I thought we did a pretty good job. We just got to stay consistent with that, continue to bring the intensity, being physical, and keep it at that. You know, when we're playing good defense and Cheryl's happy, that everybody else is happy.
What is the key on that three-point line, trying to lock them down? I mean, Sammy has had good games against us, or you guys, you know, all 3 games.
Yeah, gosh, I mean, just trying to get her off the three-point line. You know, someone who's a three-point shooter, you want to just put pressure on them. Don't even let them see the rim. Make them dribble, honestly. Like, just make her put it down. Do anything but shoot a 3 is really what our game plan is. And what you do against really good shooters, make them put it down and have to make plays inside the paint. So that's something that we got to try to do with her and any other good shooter. Just be there on the catch. We cannot let her see light because once she sees the first couple go through, it's kind of over with.
Sounds like you know what you're talking about.
In the point guard by committee, or however you want to label it, there are some benefits to that, and I thought you guys handled it really well. I thought different people at different times really kind of almost shined in that role. But I felt like one of the challenges is that you don't have this natural defer. We know it goes to Lindsay. The outlet goes to Lindsay. Get it to Lindsay. And when it's you or maybe K-Mac or sometimes Fee and sometimes Bridget, and how do you avoid the hesitation or always wanting to defer to someone else? Like, how do you sort of, I'm the alpha right now? Or?
Yeah. I mean, usually when I'm on the court, everyone knows I'm the outlet. Unless I've said otherwise and called a different set, where if Tiff brings it up, it depends who's on the floor for sure. Mm-hmm. If I'm on the floor with Tiff, usually I'm still the outlet. Otherwise, unless I called something where I need her to initiate the offense. So that's usually helps. When it's the other guards on the floor, they really just have to communicate extra and really talk to the bigs because that can be really hard, not knowing like who's going to bring the ball up. So it really does just depend on the groups. And we talk about it a lot in the huddles too of like who's going to be initiating a lot of the plays during this next sequence of minutes. So it's a lot of communication, it really is. But it's kind of nice being able to have like anybody be able to bring it up. But also it can be confusing because people are like, who am I looking to? Who's calling the sets? Who's leading it? So yeah.
Interesting. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
Appreciate it.